with authority. I'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty, and justice for all. And now we'll call the roll. Mr. Thacker.
Here.
Ms. Wager.
Here.
Ms. Thies.
Here.
Mr. Norris.
Here.
Ms. Alsop.
Here.
Mr. Thompson.
Here.
Mr. Loudermilk.
Here.
And next, I'll open the floor for nomination for president.
Mr. President, I nominate Todd Thacker for president.
And I will second that.
Any other nominations? Okay, call the roll. Those in favor of Mr. Thacker, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? And you are president.
Yeah, wouldn't that be dramatic?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. So I'm humbled to accept that, and I'll try to do and put the county's interest in the forefront of everything we do. So the next thing we have on the agenda is we want to elect the pro tem. Is that correct?
Yes.
So is there a nomination? I guess I can't nominate if I'm doing the chair. So. Would anybody like to make a nomination for pro tem?
I will. Marie Thies.
Okay.
I second that nomination.
So we have a nomination from Marie. Marie, would you accept the nomination?
Yes, I will.
Okay. So is there any other nominations? Any other nominations?
I move nominations be closed.
Okay. All right. So by acclamation, Marie, you're pro tem.
Thank you.
Okay. So the next thing yes. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought by acclamation. So all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Marie, nobody opposed. So, okay, so now we can move on to the adoption of the rules, and they have the rules here in front of us. If you guys would like to take time to look over those to make sure, if you haven't done that. Yeah, I believe I haven't seen any changes from the last year. Is that right, Calissa?
The only change are the dates.
The dates,
To
but
update
very good.
2022.
Okay.
Here, I got extra.
Mr. President,
Yes.
inasmuch as the rules appear to be the same as last year's rules with the exception of updated dates, I move that the council accept the rules for 2023.
Okay. We have a motion to accept. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Motion been made and second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and vote. And we'll do a vote instead of a roll call vote. We'll just vote all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, rules are adopted. So the next thing we have on the agenda is the tentative meeting schedule. As you notice in the rules, it had there that we would have it spelled it out, but we need actual dates to have that and make sure we don't have any conflict of dates for those meetings starting in February. If you guys want to take a moment to look at that, and then I would accept a motion on the tentative meeting schedule.
And we'll just have to find out on those yellow dates if we can use like City Hall again or something. That usually, we finalize that closer, right?
Yes, so on Tuesday, April 4th, Tuesday, April 11th, and Tuesday, October 10th. Those are the three that, this room will be occupied for early voting. So if you want to stay on those dates, we'll need to find remote location. I have emailed city clerk to see if we can use that, if that's your wish. Now, for Tuesday, May 2nd, and Tuesday, November 7th, that's election day, will be closed. The offices will be closed. I don't know if you want to move those to May 3rd and November 8th, which it would,
That's what we've done in the past,
that's,
correct?
I think it was this year's, maybe, I don't know, we may have done it in the prior years, but I guess last year.
One of them.
Yeah.
But, so it's if you want to do that, because you'd have to move it, if you don't want to go the next day, you'd probably have to go back, push everything back a week
Right.
because of the regular meeting. And when the sunshine meeting would be scheduled.
Could I ask Leanna, will this be cleared by the day after, on that early voting? Day after.
Like it was this year?
I would also like to point out, if you choose to move it back a day, on the next page, those deadlines will change a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
So what's the appetite of the council if I have a, is that, would anybody like to make a motion with those, dates on May 3rd and May the 8th, or would you guys like to move them a week?
I will make a motion to approve the tentative meeting schedule with moving the two dates of May 2nd to May 3rd for sunshine because of the primary election, and Tuesday, November 7th to November 8th also because of election day.
Okay? Is there a?
Second to that motion.
Okay, so motion made and second to accept the tentative meeting schedule 2023 with the moving of the May 2nd to May 3rd and May 7th to May 8th. And motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion on, further discussion? No further discussion. We'll vote on it. All those in favor, say aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries. Okay, with those being the three categories of the reorganization, we move to public comment. Is there any public comment tonight? Okay. Please state your name and address.
My name is Matt Larmer. My address is 363 West Cutsinger Drive, Terre Haute, Indiana. I just
Okay.
wanted to call a couple of local issues to the council's attention.
Okay.
One being what I believe to be an unapproved use of the sheriff's commissary fund. So in the prior election, in our county prosecutor's campaign finance report, he lists a direct contribution from the sheriff's commissary fund, which, if I understand the Indiana code correctly, is not an approved use of those funds. So there are some pretty strict guidelines, and there's one exception, and that is if the sheriff gets permission from the county's fiscal body to use those funds other than the state's guidelines. So that's the first issue.
Okay.
The second issue relates to our county coroner regularly contracts with a local pathologist. I'm going to try my best on his name. His name is Bamadel Adiagbo. he recently pled guilty. That's not what I'm here to talk about. But in the course of reporting on that story of his accident, I came across a very in-depth investigation from KWCH Channel 12 in Wichita, Kansas, where they did an in-depth investigation of his education and work history and found several inconsistencies. Former employers who said that he never worked for them, and some of his credentials were never verified. So I'm going to send an, I know that's probably a lot, I'm going to try to send an email with all those details to the council, but I just wanted to bring those to you this evening.
Okay, I would ask that if you can send that to us, please do, and then we'll have the county attorney look at it and advise us what we can do or what is the appropriate action take. But thank you for your efforts.
Thank you.
Does anybody from the council have anything they'd like to state or ask questions of this gentleman? Okay, thank you. Any other public comment tonight? Okay, if not any other public comment, how about communications from other elected officials of the county? Now, I was here today at the commissioners meeting, and the assessor brought up a point that about appointments, and so I do want to address that. So he has a meeting coming up on the appeals for taxes, right? Property tax appeal. And that meeting is going to be next week, and I will make sure that we have the appointment, just like Mr. Morse, President Morse from the commissioners, I believe, assured him that he would address it prior to your meeting as well, right? So, I mean, if anybody else, and so that's my understanding. I spoke with the attorney, Bob Effner, about the appointments, and that all the appointments need to be made and to be, they become official when they're read at the next regular scheduled meeting. And so I will have those all prepared and ready for that time. So any other comments from elected officials of the county? Okay, communications of other agents, officials or agencies. Well, I think this would fall under communications. December the 19th, we all received a letter on county council from Mr. Effner that he is, it says he's had the privilege to serve for the past 15 years, and after much consideration, he's decided to retire, and he would like to continue through the month of January if you so desire. And I would like for him to do that, and that will give us the time to appoint another county attorney. And so I'd like to thank him for his time, and we got you a card. And a little something in it. You can spend it on your wife or yourself. Well, now it's out there publicly. For full disclosure. So thank you for your service. And so I wanted to do that. If you guys have any other communications, please let me know.
I wanted to say, Bob, I've and to the folks in the gallery tonight, I wanted to say I've known Bob for many years. He is a distinguished gentleman and attorney, and I want to dispel the rumors that he's retiring to play snow pickleball. I know that's not true. He is a real athlete, and I do think maybe you will be playing a little bit more sports. You will be playing a little bit, but thank you for your service. You've just been such a gentleman and so helpful, and we can't thank you enough.
Thank you so much to all the members of the council, and it has been my distinct pleasure to serve these years. I will miss people that I worked with, and I've worked with great councilmen and presidents and administrators, Melissa being one of those, and it's just been my pleasure to serve, and
Well, drop back in and see us, please.
Thank you.
Okay. So the next item we have is appointments, which I had addressed that earlier in the communications, that those appointments will be, we don't have any other appointments to announce tonight. And so, is there anything else in front of the council to be heard? Anybody? I don't want anybody to say that I didn't give them an opportunity. I get that a lot, that people say I don't give them a chance to talk.
Travis's wife's birthday.
Yeah, I know, that's what we have to, yeah, so, okay, so I would accept a motion of adjournment.
I'm going for a second motion. This is record-breaking. I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Is there a second?
I second it.
Okay, motion made second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, all those opposed? Meeting's adjourned.
Here, you want this? I mean, it's tentative so far, but
It's her birthday, so I'll take her wherever she wants to go.
Like I did, Sally did like, okay, in publication that has to be, okay. Okay, one budget